Hello everyone and welcome. I haven't done a proper unboxing video in quite some time on my channel since I was very busy with life and all, and I remembered since I think today is like the 1st of December 2018, I remembered the Dreamcast, the original Dreamcast, which was released, I believe, nearly 20 years ago on the 27th of November 1998. And this console is very dear to my heart since I have a lot of good memories with it. And you know, back in the days when the Dreamcast was released, I played it at a friend's house and never got around to really own one. I was more like the PlayStation guy. I played all the PlayStation games like Resident Evil and Metal Gear Solid and Final Fantasy VII and stuff. And I actually skipped on the original Dreamcast. Then it was, I believe, in 2001 or 2002, it was just eaten alive by the PlayStation 2, which came with DVDs and much better looking games. But still, to this date, the Dreamcast remains one of the best consoles. I always had a soft spot in my heart, and the game library is fantastic. You have games like Resident Evil 2, Soul Calibur, Dino Crisis, Power Stone, D2, this is the Japanese version, Sword of Berserk, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Pretty much a lot of the good old PlayStation games are on this. This particular model here is a black Dreamcast. It's a Sega Sports US version. I bought this one off eBay, I believe 2 years ago. It wasn't cheap, but I always wanted to own a black Dreamcast and it just looks so awesome. So yeah, now to the main topic of my video. I was searching the internet for a adapter to be able to use the awesome DualShock PlayStation 3 gamepad and the PlayStation 4 gamepad on your Dreamcast. Since I pretty much, the controller of the Dreamcast, it's really a love or hate relationship with it. Some like it, some absolutely despise it because it has the cord downside, but you can circumvent that. Honestly, I like it. Okay, the D-pad could be better, but overall it's a great console and it's a great controller. You can even hook up your Dreamcast, and I think this is the only console where you can do that, to a PC monitor via VGA cable, which is very awesome. No other console I know of can actually connect to a PC monitor using a VGA cable. So there is that. But you know, look at that controller, and nowadays people are more used to the PlayStation 4 controller. You can see clearly why, because the button layout is much better, and some people just prefer the PlayStation controller. So this, I stumbled upon this converter when I was browsing through Amazon. It's done by Brook. You can look it up, you can find it on eBay, you can find it on Amazon. It retails around 30, I think 30 or 36 euro. And this one actually allows you, as mentioned above, to connect your PS3 and PS4 to your Dreamcast and play Dreamcast with your PS3 and PS4 controller. And also I believe you can connect your PS3 and PS4 to your PC. So you can play, with this adapter you can play the PS3 and PS4 controller on your PC, on your, down there. Or of course you can play it with your Dreamcast. So as I mentioned, I will open this up and show you what's inside. I got it from Amazon. There you go, the schematic. you can see that you can actually connect your PS3 and PS4 controller to your Dreamcast or to your PC by using this adapter. And since I'm such a big fan of the Dreamcast, and it has been 20 years since its release, I thought I will do an unboxing for this one, so I can show you the content, and if you're interested in this kind of product, you can get it too. Just look it up. It's called it's made by Brook, a company named Brook. It's called Game Controller Super Converters. Alright, and there you can see it. Now I will open it up. Just hold on. I will get a knife. Always come prepared with a knife when you're doing an unboxing video. Right. So, yeah, the Dreamcast, it's such a great console. Alright. Now let's see what's inside. Alright, so let's put that aside. Okay. So you get, what's that? Alright, that's like a keychain, I think. You can open up bottles with it. It's a nice little extra touch, I guess. Ah yeah, and I think you can also go shopping with that one. Place it into the basket in supermarkets, I believe. Ah, it's nice. Alright, there is the instruction manual. Nothing really special there. You just, as you can see, here is the PS3 and PS3 and PS4 controllers. I have them right there. You can connect them to there. It says right over there, but we pretty much know, or I pretty much know how this one works. Right, here is also the button layout. If you can see, you can map, or I will show it to you. This is actually how the buttons are mapped out on your controller. I know you can see right there you have your Dreamcast layout, then your Dreamcast fighting stick if you want to use one, then the PC X input, and here is the PS4 and PS3 configuration. Nothing too fancy, but you can see how you can assign the buttons over here. You can assign the buttons to your Dreamcast buttons to your PS4 or PS3 controller. Pretty much, it's good to have. This one is a really good to have. You can of course also get it online, but it's nice to have, you know, the instruction manual. So, and alright, here is the adapter itself. I guess nothing special. Here are some stickers. I believe you can, from the company Brook, you can just stick them onto your Dreamcast or to your PC, but I won't bother. And here is the device itself. Looks like an adapter. This is actually a button here. Don't know what it is for. Let's see what it says in the instruction manual. It's like the start option button of controller. Hold on the button for 5 seconds to convert will change in safe mode as default. Right, you can switch with this button over here. You can switch between controller mode and fighting stick mode. If it's green, it's controller mode, and if it's red, it's fighting stick mode. Then this end, of course, over here goes into your Dreamcast port, and yeah, we will do just that. Let's just unplug the, as you can see, I have a fully functional original black controller over here. I will unplug it. So here is the adapter. I will show it to you. This is where your PS3 and PS4 gamepads will go in. Of course, as you may know, the PS3 gamepad uses a mini USB port to USB, or cable, sorry, a mini USB cable to USB, and the PS4 uses a micro USB to USB port cable, sorry, and it will plug in right here. And of course, if you have a micro USB port for your PC, it will go into here and the rest will go into USB. So it looks like that. Let's connect it to my Dreamcast. Fits right in, no problem there. And now I will go ahead and first I will plug in the PlayStation 3 gamepad. There, the red LED is on. It's flashing red. So now let's try the PS3 gamepad first. Here is the PS3 gamepad, DualShock 3-axis, the good stuff. Of course, it is not micro, sorry, mini USB. You plug it into the mini USB port, and of course, the other end is regular USB, the same that would go into your PlayStation 3, of course. Then you take the adapter and then you plug it into your PS3 4 port back here. And I'm actually pretty curious. Slides right in, no problem there. And it went a little bit crazy on me, it seems, as you can see. Let's see how I can synchronize it. Well, maybe I have to reset it. Alright, let's see. Maybe I just have to reset the console. So let's see. Alright. Well, still seems to go crazy on me. Anyway, I will just have to read the manual and figure a way out, and I will be back. So I'm back and I figured it out. It's actually quite easy. The problem was this converter is set by default to the fighting stick mode. That's why it was lighting red over here. The solution to it is if you connect your gamepad, PS3 gamepad or PS4 gamepad on this converter, you have to press the button, hold it down for 5 seconds. It says over here. Hold on for 5 seconds and it will switch into the controller mode, and once it switches to the controller mode, you pretty much have control over it. Now let's do some demonstration. So it's actually working. I will play Resident Evil 2, and in case you're wondering, this is the European PAL version of Resident Evil 2, but this is an US Dreamcast. How I might do it? Very easily. With the Sega boot up disc, I just insert it over here. Then I have to press a button on the controller, and again it doesn't seem to work. Strange. Maybe I should just try to put it into it again. Wait a second. So let's see. Unplug it and plug it in. Okay. Well, that doesn't seem to work. No problem then. Let's see if the original controller can do it. Alright. So it's not all plug and play, as you can see. Okay. So the original controller seems to work. I just go to it's the code breaker disk, by the way. Now I open the disk tray, and put in the PAL version of Resident Evil 2. Right. Okay, it seems to boot. Still connected with my original Dreamcast controller. Alright, and I believe it also says, there you can see PAL version of Resident Evil 2 running on an US Dreamcast using Codebreaker and boot up loader. Alright. Great game, guys. Very great game. There it says I don't have a memory card, but that's no problem. So, now let's see if the converter actually works with one of the gamepads. I unplug it. Original controller. Now I take the adapter and plug it into the Dreamcast. Well, and it seems to work. Press start button. In this case, this is the PlayStation 3 gamepad, right? It seems to work just fine. Let's just go with... it's a little bit junky over there. Hold on. I will just try to resync it. Right. Just go with normal. All right. Great game, by the way, guys. And the Dreamcast version is definitely one of my favorite versions. Alright, seems to work just fine. Nice. As you can see, works great. And it's also very precise. You just, in Resident Evil 2, you just aim with the R2 button and you fire with the square button. And you run with the X button. I will also try an US game, of course. Like, I don't know, maybe Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but it works fine. Look at that. I don't know if you can see it, but so let's try the PlayStation 4 gamepad. Okay, so this is the PlayStation 3 connected via mini USB on the adapter, and now we will go for the PlayStation 4 gamepad, which uses micro USB. Alright, so I unplug the PlayStation 3 gamepad from the converter. Alright. And here is the PlayStation 4 gamepad. It connects via micro USB over here. The other end is of course USB. I will just plug it into the converter. Like, here's the converter, and it goes right here. Alright. Let's see. The light went on. Alright, and it seems to work fine. It seems to work perfectly. And there you go. There you go, guys. It works just fine. Let's reload. Oh, I don't have ammunition left. There you go. I love this game. So I have to say, I really have to say, the PlayStation 4 gamepad with the micro USB port, or cable, sorry, it seems to work much better and much quicker. Maybe it's just me, but I'm so used to the PlayStation 4 gamepad by now that... Oh shit. There you go. But trust me, with the PlayStation 4 gamepad, it's a joy to play. And this converter pretty much was worth the money. There you go. Now, next we will try a... let's try a US game, like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Because Resident Evil, it worked just fine. I will just let the zombies eat me. Yeah, definitely guys, go with the PlayStation 4 gamepad if you want to play this. The PlayStation 3 gamepad is fine, I guess, but it's just so damn comfortable. The PlayStation 4 gamepad is just so damn comfortable. Alright, so next we will play some Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Where it is. Alright, there I died right there. There it is. Fantastic game. I just power off the console. And as you can see with the Codebreaker, even PAL games will work on your US Dreamcast. There it is. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 US version. Pop it in. Close the lid. And power it on. Great game. And PlayStation 4 gamepad still connected. So let's see how this game plays with the gamepad. Right. And if you're unsure about the button layout, it's all here. It's all here. You can even map your buttons with a function to your likings. Alright. And the options button is the start button, in case you're confused. It's always the options button. Alright. This game is so great. I played it on the PlayStation 1. It's so great. And it works just fine. Let's just do a free skate. And we go with Tony Hawk. Works perfectly with the PlayStation 4 gamepad. Let's see if we can do some 360s and all this. Alright, press A. A is in this case, of course, X. Go. Nice. Works perfectly. I suck, of course. Let's see if the analog works. The analog works just fine. Look at that. Nice. I suck. But yes, guys, it works perfect. If you are a fan of the Dreamcast, and if you're watching this, you probably are, do yourself a favor, and if you of course like the comfort of the PlayStation 4 controller or the PlayStation 3 controller, then definitely get this. Alright. So let's try the... Yes, the PlayStation 4 gamepad works flawlessly. Flawlessly. Love this game. I would play this for hours on the PlayStation 1. Alright, let's try again the PlayStation 3 controller, but I can tell you by now, you should definitely use the 4. Okay, let's pause the game. Alright, and let's plug in the great controller. Works flawlessly with this adapter, love it. So let's try the PS3 controller again. It's this one over here. Unplug the 4. So, and then let's see if we have any luck with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. With the... Alright, plug it in. See, it gives me some problems. Let's just... Maybe it needs a firmware update or something, but it gives me some problems. Alright. Alright. Nah. It does work, but it kinda seems to have a life of its own. But it does work to some degree. Maybe I will look up some info on it. Maybe I'm not doing something right, or maybe well, I have another PS3 controller. Let's test the other one, the original without rumble. Maybe it's just this version. I will try the other one. Hold on. Alright, and here is the original model. This is from the very first, from the PS3 FAT. Maybe this one looks better, who knows. And surprise, surprise, I can't believe it, it does work better. Actually, it works flawlessly. Look at that. Wow. So guys, there you have it. The maybe it's the rumble feature of the other pad. Look how awesome it works. Flawlessly. And this is the very first PlayStation 3 gamepad. Alright, I have to check the serial number. Alright guys, so there you have it. If you get this adapter, make damn sure you are using, I don't know the serial number on this one because it is, but it is the very first PlayStation 3 gamepad. You can notice it because it is lighter than the one with the rumble, and the one with the rumble, it is called the, there you see, CECHZC2E. If you own one of these models, chances are it won't work properly. So you need the lighter model, one of the very first models. Look it up, because Sony somehow screwed up the controllers for the PlayStation 3. But it seems the very first models, this is my original PlayStation 3 gamepad, those work flawlessly, apparently, but it doesn't have a rumble feature, because this is a non-rumble PlayStation 3 gamepad. It's called 6-axis. And this one, it's called DualShock 3 6-axis. You see the difference right here? This one does not work, this one works perfectly. Let me show you. See, plugged it in. Ah yeah, it says I removed it. But there you go. And hold on, I will also try it with a PC gamepad. Or you know what? Let's do something more radical. Let's just take an Xbox One gamepad and see if it works with an Xbox One gamepad. Let's see. Here is the Xbox One gamepad. Excellent gamepad. And of course, it's USB. Plug it into your adapter. I apologize for the inconvenience of this video being so long, but oh, I got some vibration. Let's see if it works. Nah, doesn't seem to quite work. But I did get some rumble from it. So no, it is confirmed it does not work with the Xbox One X or Xbox One gamepad. It does not work. Alright. So, in the end, is it worth your money? Absolutely. If you are comfortable with the PS4 gamepad, it would work flawlessly with the PS4 gamepad. You can map your buttons to your likings, the thumbsticks will work, it will work perfectly with the PlayStation 4 gamepad. If you happen to be, or you happen to have one of the original PlayStation 3 controllers, the lighter one, I don't know the model, but look it up online, it is one of the very first ones. This one is actually the one called 6-axis without rumble feature. This one works perfectly with the adapter. On the other hand, if you happen to have a DualShock 3 6-axis, one of the later models, it will not work with it. I don't know why, maybe it's the rumble feature, maybe it's like digital or something, I don't know, but it will not work. Anyway, is it worth your money? Yeah, I would say definitely. If you're a big fan of the PlayStation 4 controller or the PlayStation 3 controller or the early model, and you absolutely love the Dreamcast, and you kinda dislike the original controller, which in my case I actually love it, but I also like the PlayStation controllers better, absolutely get it. It's it's very well made. It's very well made. The plastic doesn't feel cheap, it feels really good, fits right into your Dreamcast, and it comes with features such as hot swapping, which means you can plug and play it, a turbo button, which I rarely used, custom button layout, and there you go, firmware update. Maybe I should do a firmware update on it, and it will just work fine with the later PlayStation 3 gamepads. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Apologies for the long running time of this video, but I had to make sure that I will do a proper review and show you the converter in action. So as you can see, works just fine. 30 to 36 euros or US dollars on Amazon or eBay. Look it up. It's called Brook Game Controller Super Converters, or just PlayStation 3 4 to Dreamcast converters. So there you have it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Everyone, take good care and bye bye.